Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to get started with cloud computing, and specifically I'm going to be using the Google Cloud Platform in this tutorial. This platform actually offers a wide variety of services that you can use in your projects. We're specifically going to be looking at the Vision AI, which is going to enable us to annotate images and gather information from them. So let's jump right in.
We need to discuss what cloud computing is. It's important to have an understanding of cloud computing because it's very prevalent in the business world, and it also can be useful for individual purposes. Okay, so we have cloud computing. Now, a main part of cloud computing is computing services. You may be wondering what computing services are, and here are some examples. Computing services have to do with storage, networking, analytics, and also software. These are the major ones, but just remember there are many more that different businesses use. Okay, so we have the computing part of cloud computing, but what is the cloud part? The cloud part, I would say, is probably one of the most important parts because what it is that all of these services, all these computing services, are available on the cloud and are executed on the cloud. Now, what is the cloud? The cloud is just another name for the internet. So, what makes cloud computing better than just regular computing? It's because when services are executed on the internet, everything is faster and there are much more capabilities. For example, let's say you wanted to analyze a large amount of data and you didn't have the right computer for it. Your computer wouldn't be able to run the software because it's just too much for your computer. Well, cloud computing allows you to run all your programs you want to be run on a different server or maybe a different computer that can run it. I'm going to briefly talk about some of the most popular cloud computing platforms. We have Amazon Web Services, and Amazon was actually the first tech company to make a cloud computing platform, and it's very popular today. They have a ton of products, but as we go through many of them, you'll see that all of them have very similar products, and these, as I said before, are the computing services. There's also Microsoft Azure. It has a lot of the same services as Amazon, and I have used Azure before. It's pretty nice and it has a good learning environment and very good documentation. There's also IBM Cloud, another big cloud computing service. It has a lot of the same tools we saw in the other two. And lastly, we have Google Cloud Computing Platform. This is the platform we're going to be using for this video, mostly because it's cheaper than a lot of the other ones. So I'm just going to show you that by going to the pricing section. This is the pricing section for the Cloud Vision API. It's basically machine learning with vision, meaning it can detect labels and faces and stuff like that. So if we go down to the pricing, we see that label detection, which is just like topics of the picture. Let's say you had a dog in your picture, one of the labels could be the breed of the dog. It's free for the first 1,000 units per month. And that's why I'm using Google Cloud, but feel free to use other services as well. I'm sure they have good deals for students, but keep that in mind. To get started with cloud computing, the first thing you want to do is go to cloud.google.com. I'll leave a link in the description. And you want to create an account or sign in, and your account will just be your email. Once you've done that, you can go to this little button that says console. Click it, and it will take you to this area where you can manage all of your cloud computing services. This is the main part of the Google Cloud Platform, and this is where you're going to be managing your APIs, selecting which ones you want to use, and creating your projects. So right now I have a few projects created from my prior uses with Google Cloud, but what you're going to want to do is click New Project, name your project, you can select a location if you want, but I'm not going to. And then you want to go here and navigate to your project once it loads. Navigate to it, and here we are. You're in your project. First thing you want to do now is select an API. You can scroll down under the Getting Started and click Explore and Enable APIs. This will take you to an APIs and Services dashboard where you can click this plus sign to enable APIs and services. Now all you have to do is search for your API that you want. There's hundreds of APIs available. Now we're going to be going over the Cloud Vision API, so I don't even have to type it. It's right here. Just click it. There we go. We have it, and very simple. All you have to do is click Enable. Once you've done that, it should take you to the screen, and now it wants you to use this API. You may need credentials. Click the credentials to get started, so do exactly what it tells you to do. Click this Create Credentials. Now, what kind of credentials will you need for your project? Let's say you're using the Cloud Vision API, which we are. And are you planning to use API with App Engine or Compute Engine? No, I'm not using them. So you would select that if obviously you're not using them, and if you're using this just for individual purposes. And then you click what credentials do I need, and it says a service account. Your service account name could be your name. So I'm just going to type Robotic Nation. Select a role. You're going to want to select owner in the project section. And here's your service account ID. Also, it's going to download a key to your computer, and you want this to be downloaded as a JSON file. Click Continue, and you should see here that something has been downloaded. Okay. And here our key pops up. Now make sure to keep this key private. I'm letting you see it because I'm going to shut down the key. I'm going to delete this key in a few after this video is uploaded, so you won't be able to access my API. But just make sure you do that. Now that you have your downloaded JSON file right here, all you have to do is open it up and it opens up in Xcode as a default, but basically open it up with any text editor or code editor and you should be fine. But if we scroll down, we see this is our key. Now it's important where you place this key. I suggest that you create a new folder, and this is where you're going to store all your stuff, all your code in. So maybe just call it Vision or something like that. Navigate into it, and you're going to want to move your other folder into it. I mean, your other document. So here is our document, our JSON file, and we're just gonna move it into there. Alright, perfect. Now that we have all our credentials set up, we can actually start calling the API and using it. I'm gonna be showing you the Vision API in Python. That's the language we're going to be using. But you can use many other languages, and there's references on the Google Cloud documentation to them, but this video is going to be going over Python. What you're going to want to do is open up Terminal, and you're going to want to navigate into the folder you created before. Mine was named Vision, so I'm just going to do cd vision. What? Oh, I forgot to do cd desktop / vision because Vision is located on my desktop. There we go. Now, if you type ls, enter, you can see that our JSON file is in there, so we're in the right folder. To create a new document in the folder, a new Python file, we can type the command touch vision.py. Actually, let's call it labels.py. If we do ls again, you can see we created a document, a Python document called labels. There's one more thing we have to do in Terminal before we can move on, and that's actually installing the Google Cloud Library onto your computer. But you also, to do that, you have to install pip. Pip is basically a service that lets you install Python libraries very easily. So what you want to do is, in your terminal, make sure if you were in the Vision directory before, just type cd and it will take you back to your root directory. And all you want to do is type sudo easy _install pip and click enter. It'll ask you for a password and then pip will be installed. I'm not going to run this command because I already have pip installed. And then after that, if you already have pip, you can do pip install -- upgrade pip, and that should upgrade it for you. As you can see, it is upgrading. Perfect. Now that you have pip installed, what you want to do is install the Google Cloud Python library. And to do this, you're going to have to type pip google-cloud-vision. Now, if I just wanted to install the Vision library, I would type this. Oh wait, I forgot something. We would do pip install Google Cloud Vision. As I was saying before, if I just wanted to install the Vision library, then I would type -vision after it like we have here. But if I wanted to install everything, on Google Cloud, I would delete that and just enter in this. But we're gonna just import the Vision library, so press enter. As you can see, I already installed this, so I should be good. Now let's just clear that for a clean working space. Now we can actually get started with the code. We're going to head to our code editor, and here we have our labels.py file we created before, and just follow along as I type the code. We can save this, and here's the code that we're going to be using. You just finished it. It's only 25 lines of code. I mean, seriously, it's that easy. Alright, once we've done that, let's head over to terminal. Now you're probably wondering, what are we going to do with this API key, with this service account key? Well, we're actually going to use it right now. So cd into your folder. There you go, where all your code is. You can see we have all our files in here. Alright, we're gonna do export Google _ application credentials equals /users /Fazio family /desktop /vision /name.json. This better work. Python 3 labels.py. And here we go. We have our labels. So you can see here we have a ton of labels we get. And let me just show you the image that it was annotating. This is the image. It's my dog. Let's see, we got dog, mammal, vertebrate, Canidae, dog breed, carnivore, Morkie, Shih Tzu, companion dog, puppy. Well, these are pretty accurate. I mean, she is part Shih Tzu, and she's not a puppy, but she does look like one. She's a carnivore, definitely. Dogs are carnivores, and it does detect that she's a dog. So, these topics or labels are they aren't very accurate, but they're accurate enough where you can make some pretty cool things with them. And you can do this with any image you want. It will detect the topics of the image, what it sees, and that's really important for certain applications that you might want to develop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and right now I'm just looking at the CloudVision documentation. This is where you can find some how-to guides, quick starts, tutorials, and stuff like that, just to make your experience with the Google Cloud a lot smoother. The one thing that I realized about this is that the documentation is not always so straightforward. So I'm going to be making more videos using Google Cloud So everything's clear. I'm going to make the code better and better for your uses. Stay tuned for more videos regarding cloud computing and all of the Google Cloud applications. Also, I will leave a link to the code I used in this tutorial, and I just want to let you guys know that I'm also developing a website for my YouTube channel, which will hopefully be launched soon, so all the code will be stored on there when the time comes. Thank you for watching again. Please leave a like and subscribe for more videos.